My friends, I'm Gala27. I have an amazing Pokemon TCG Pocket deck for you today. Now, this deck has been doing absolute business for me in competitive play. It helped me get the 45 wins and get the latest emblem with relative ease. And the deck is centered around Scolipede. Now, Scolipede might not be the most popular Pokemon rolling around at the moment, but I think it is a phenomenal Pokemon for this reason. It is a Dark type Stage 2 Pokemon, which means it takes a couple of evolutions to get there, but we are running 2 lines in this deck to maximize our opportunity to get one on the board, and it only does take one to win with this deck. Why I like Scolipede so much is this 2 energy attack. Only 2 energy, Venoshock, 70 damage, the 2 energy. Now that doesn't sound like much, however, if our opponent's Pokemon is already poisoned, then it does an extra 50. So we're looking at 120 damage for only 2 energy. And if our opponent is already poisoned, then after our turn ends, another 10 damage is inflicted on our opponent's Pokemon. So we're doing 130 damage for only 2 energy. So the large part of this deck is centered around trying to poison our opponent's Pokemon to then come in and finish them off with Scolipede. So there are 2 ways that we can poison our opponent, and that is with Venipede evolving into Whirlpede, which is the stage 1 evolution before we get to Scolipede. For 1 energy, you do 20 attack poison sting, but that also poisons our opponent's Pokemon. So then on the next turn, we can evolve to Scolipede and do that 120, 130 damage and wipe them out. The other way is with Weezing. Now, I haven't really used Weezing much at all until using this deck, and I absolutely love Weezing. So Weezing is very easy to get into play. It's only 1 evolution from Coughing, and we can do it very, very early. So if we can go Coughing into Weezing, Weezing's ability, when it is in our active spot, once per turn, you can poison your opponent's active Pokemon. So we can do that, and then we can tackle for 30, and we're doing 40 damage off the bat. However, if it's later in the game, we can get Weezing into the attack position, into our active spot. We can use its ability, and then we can use the trainer Koga, where the synergy comes in. Koga returns your Weezing from the active spot to your hand, and then allows you to fill its spot with one of your Pokemon on your bench. So late in game, you can poison your opponent's Pokemon with Weezing. We use Koga to get it out, and then we put the Scolipede in, as you can see here, to really finish off our opponent's Pokemon. We do 130 damage out of absolutely nowhere to steal games. It is a lot of fun to use. Here is the whole deck for you on the screen now. We've got 2 Weezing evolution lines, 2 Scolipede evolution lines. We've got 2 X-Speeds, 2 Pokeballs, 2 Potions, 2 Professor's Research, and 2 Kogas. I will mention this in my video here. I have 2 Coughings. I have 1 base Coughing that does suffocating gas, and the other Coughing is from the new Mythical Island expansion. And this Coughing's move pretty much brings out your other Coughing from your deck. Now, if it was up to me, I'd be using 2 of the Coughings with the suffocating gas. However, I only have 1. So I have to use a Coughing from the Mythical Island booster, which, funnily enough, I have 8 of. It does help us a little bit to pull out the other Coughing, but if I had the option, I would use 2 of the basic Coughings. That's the deck. Let's show you it in action, and let's roll. Going second. That means if we draw well... No, it doesn't mean anything. I'm going to say we can poison our opponent on the first turn, but you can't because we've taken muck out of their deck. Stuffing around with a Grimer muck setup instead of the 2 Scolipedes, but it's not. The 2 Scolipedes are required. 2 Weezings, 2 Scolipedes. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Poison, finish. Poison, finish. Use your Kogas. We've got 2 Kogas there. It's nice. Early, we will use a Professor's Research. Hopefully we can get a Venipede. No, we get a Whirlpede. No Venipede. It's alright. We will use this Coughing. And we'll use this Coughing to pull out our other Coughing. Like, if it was up to me, I'd have 2 of these Coughings in the deck, but I've only got 1. I've got 8 I've got 8 of these coughings, but I've only got 1 from the original Apex collection. What's it called? From the Pikachu, Charizard, Mewtwo packs. I've got 1 of the base coughing. So, yeah. So if you've got 2 of these, I recommend using 2 of these. But I've only got 1, so I can only use 1. We will put Wheezing in. And I will heal our Wheezing as well, because I want to protect our Wheezing. I really like our Wheezing. And we are going to use the Gas Leak. And we do have the advantage here. Dark over Psychic. And we're going to hit him for 50 with this tackle. 60 thanks to the Gas Leak. And if he doesn't do anything, we will take out this Mew on the next turn. Because he attacks, the poison impacts him, takes him down to 60. But I would have thought he will evacuate this Mew. Put in the other Mew. That's fine. We will 100% be using our X-Speed to put Wheezing back in. Or, if we draw another Wheezing and we get our Venipede Scolipede play, alright, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking with absolute gas. I am going to X-Speed out this coughing. We'll put our Wheezing back in. We're going to put an attack on Venipede. On energy on Venipede, sorry. We're going to Gas Leak this Mew. Then again, we're going to hit it for another 50. You can run, but you can't hide, my friend. And this is the benefit of this deck as well. There's no EX. There's no EX Pokemon. So it's genome hacking. The most he's going to hit us for here is for 30. Even with this Gravador. He can use our genome hacking. He can hit us for 30. But then he's going to lose this Mew on the next turn. A potion. We're going to protect this Wheezing. The next turn he loses this Mew. Yes, we're cooking now. We are cooking. We're going to make this one here a Whirlpede. We're going to preserve this Wheezing. This is game over next turn. I'm going to put 3 on the Wheezing. We are cooking. It's already poisoned, but we will tackle. We'll do 50. The poison will knock out the Mew. Then he can put in whoever he wants on this next turn. And we will take them out. Because we're going to poison with Wheezing. I cannot get taken out for 100 damage. We're going to poison with Wheezing. And then we're going to do 120 damage with Scolipede. We have the Psychic advantage. The Darkness Psychic advantage. It is game over, my dear friend. Game. Ready? Watch us do 150 here. This is nuts. Wheezing. Gas Leak the Wheezing. Now I could retreat this here, but I want to show. Then we use the Koga. They go back into our hand. We put in the Whirlpede. We evolve it to Scolipede. And we're going to do 140 damage. And then with the poison, we're going to knock out that Mewtwo. And that's the W. We're first this time. We draw a coughing. We've also got a Wheezing straight off the bat. We will use a Pokeball first. See if we can get a Venipede. Get the other coughing. It's annoying. Probably should have waited. Should have waited a turn, I think. Because then I could have used this coughing to draw that coughing. And then guarantee that the Pokeball draws a Venipede. If I had my time again, that is what I would do. Now he's going to smack me here. But I have a Wheezing. So I'm going to be able to... Only 40 damage to this Staryu. He's got one on his bench now anyway. Oh. Just the one for you, sir. He's going to smack me for 20? He's going to smack me for 20. How dare they? And we get a Venipede anyway. So, we've drawn well to start. Let's use Professor's Research as well. I'm playing too much Muggle Snap. We'll get our second Venipede. We will evolve the now useless Coughing into a Wheezing. And we will poison this poor Staryu. And then we will tackle it for 30. And it will be struggling for life on 10 health. Now he's got to make a decision. Does he pull the Staryu to make it unpoisoned and to save it? Or does he sacrifice the Staryu? Got 2 Whirlpedes, just need a Scolipede, and then we are cooking with gas. Gasoline. I think he's going to pull. Pull for the Articuno. Might sacrifice. No, he's pulled for the other Staryu. Interesting. Interesting indeed. So now this Staryu is going to get poisoned. He wants us to swap out. We'll swap out for our other Coughing. This would be cool here if we draw a Wheezing. Just a potion. I am going to withdraw our Coughing for our Wheezing again. I'm going to heal my Wheezing. We'll evolve both of these into Scolipedes. And we will put an energy on one of them. And now we will Gas Leak again. This next Staryu, and we'll hit it for 30. And then the poison will come in. Again, now they are both on 10, and we definitely have the upper hand. We just need to draw a Scolipede. In our next 2, we can draw a Scolipede and a Koga. Beneficial for us. Misty has not come up for our dear friend here. Which is good, because normally I get absolutely annihilated by Misty. So it's good to see that someone else is as well. He's going to smack me. He's going to sacrifice the dear Staryu. No. Oh, he is. He sacrificed the Staryu. The poison is now going to take it out. Does he go to Articuno or the other Staryu? And then again, we're going to take a 2-0, a very early 2-0 lead here. I think we have both Whirlpedes ready to attack. Pokeball doesn't do anything. It will reshuffle, but I don't know the order. There's 6 cards left. I might as well just use it. We'll get the reshuffle going. No idea what was next anyway. And we will tackle here. We're in a very good spot here because he's got to take out 3 of our Pokemon because we don't have any EXs. He's not going to be able to take out this Wheezing on this turn unless he plays oh, my mind's gone blank. A Giovanni. He might have a Giovanni and then he'll take out our Wheezing. No, so he's not going to be able to take out a Wheezing. We're going to be able to poison his Articuno on this turn. And then next turn, we will be able to, if we get a Scolipede, and we didn't get the Scolipede. That's really annoying that we didn't get the Scolipede. I will poison it. But I might save this Wheezing. I'm going to need it. I'm going to save the Wheezing. I'm going to sacrifice a Whirlpeed because I need to keep the Wheezings. There is method to this madness. You might be thinking, why did I just do that? Well, I gave my Wheezing enough HP to survive the blizzard. We're just waiting for a Scolipede. 2-1 now. We get Scolipede here. I'm going to go the other Coughing. Need Scolipede. We don't get Scolipede. Oh, I stuffed that up too. I had to put that on that Coughing and do the attack. I need to draw a Scolipede on the next turn or I will end up losing this. I should have had to put the energy on the coughing, not on the wheezing. Had to put the energy on the coughing and not on the wheezing. Because if he takes out my coughing here, which he will, he thinks he's saved himself enough. But if we draw a Scolipede, we will win. I have to sacrifice the wheezing because we need the Scolipede. No, Scolipede here, win. Need the Scolipede. Scolipede or lose. Scolipede. Scolipede and we win. Please. How many cards do we have left? Oh, don't hit turn. 3 cards left. So two out of the 4s are 50-50. We do get the Scolipede, and this is going to do 120 damage. Oh, it got really close, and we stuffed up because we should have attacked with that coughing. But we do get the win. We do get the win. And we will go first. I do really like this deck. It is a lot. Takes a little bit of thought, and you stuff around a little bit with these guys, with the Wheezing and the Koga, but it is a lot of fun. You can do a lot of damage in one turn without your opponent really ever seeing it coming. Alright, so I would like a coughing right here, right now. We get a Whelpede, and we do get the coughing, so that is perfect. So on our next turn, I'm going to X-speed the Venipede out for coughing. We are going to evolve coughing into wheezing. We are going to poison. Hold that thought. We need to draw a wheezing and an X-speed to be able to do what we wanted to do. And we don't do either. So hold that thought. We're probably just going to Whelpede on the next turn, where we can still poison. Unless we Professor... Okay, unless Professor's research. If this, then wheezing and X-speed, we can do what we were going to do. There's the wheezing. No X-speed though. And we've got the Scolipede as well. This is actually good. We can do a lot of damage next turn. We will evolve our wheezing. We're going to go Whelpede for 90. And we are going to attack. This is the other play. So we're going to attack here. And now it becomes poisoned. And on the next turn, we can evolve into Scolipede because we've already got it. We can take out this Articuno before it does any real damage to us. Hey, they might get Blizzard off. But unless they put a base Pokemon down, this is game over. So they will be able to do the Blizzard. But it only does 80. So everyone's surviving here. And it's game over. This is going to be a quick game. Quick game's a good game. And that is the advantage of the Scolipede, having it already. It only takes 2 energy to attack. And that's the game. We did get very lucky with our Pokemon draws there to be able to have a Scolipede on turn, what, 3 basically. And he didn't really have anything to do there. Very effective. And now we get a mirror match. All right, let's see who can play it better. Let's see who gets the draw. We've got a Whelpede and a Scolipede. If we can... Oh, see, this is where I can make sure on the next turn... Let's use this first. I can make sure on the next turn that I get a Scolipede. No, we're definitely going to... We'll use our 2 Pokeballs. So I was going to say, because then I could use... Coughing's attack on the next turn to draw out the other Coughing and guarantee a Scolipede on the Pokeball. A Venipede, sorry, on the Pokeball. But now that we've got 2 Pokeballs, let's do this. We're in attack position A. We've got 2 Venipedes. Wow, we've got 2 Venipedes, 2 Whelpedes, and a Scolipede. So we've got the Scolipede play line straight off the bat. Now, if we can get a Wheezing, it's Christmas. And if we can't, we'll definitely be able to draw our other Coughing on the next turn. Because we're not going to be able to withdraw it. That is the issue with Coughing, is you need 2 energy to withdraw. This is an absolute mirror match. Absolute mirror match. I haven't seen anyone play this. I'm up to 43 wins in the new badge event, and this is the first time I've come up against this. I was playing around. I was looking And I want to try something different from what everyone's currently doing. And I saw the Scolipede and I was like, oh, that seems crazy. Put the other coughing on our bench as well. That seems crazy for 2 damage to be able to do, 2 energy to be able to do 120 damage per se. He's got his wheezings. We're gonna withdraw this coughing. There I am. I'm going to retreat my coughing. For our Scolipede. And I'm going to attack with our Scolipede so that we can poison his coughing. His wheezing, sorry. Be nice if we can draw another Scolipede, because this Scolipede is going to be stuck in this position for a moment. But I did want to poison his coughing. And we do draw the other Scolipede. So this is good. So we're going to be able to take out this wheezing right here, right now. Ah, and the poison heals as well. That is nice. I will heal it. Let's get it back to full health. And then we will... The opponent conceded. We're going to take out that wheezing, and then we were probably going to be able to steamroll through the rest of it. So we won the mirror match. We probably got a bit lucky, drew a bit better than our opponent. That's the video, my friends. As you can see, Scolipede is a fantastic Pokemon. It is being slept on, in my opinion. I think I saw a little bit early days when Mythical Island first came out that I saw some videos of people using the Scolipede. I never really paid any attention to it. And this might be the exact deck that other people have used, but I honestly just whacked this together wanting to use Scolipede's Venoshock. I stuffed around a little bit. I took out one of the Scolipede lines and I replaced it with a Grimer and a Muck and a Sabrina. It wasn't as good. Grimer and Muck are very hard to get out of the active spot because they require 3 energy to retreat. You can get them out with Koga, but then once the Muck comes back into your hand, you lose all its energy and you can't, it's very hard to power it back up again. So I think this is the perfect Scolipede wheezing deck. 2 Scolipede lines, 2 wheezing lines, and it's very easy to get your wheezing in and out of your hand, because even once you return the wheezing to your hand, you can replay your coughing immediately, and you can, on your next turn, you can evolve it back into wheezing and do the whole thing again. So I think this is way better than the Grimer Muck setup. So I hope you have enjoyed the video. I hope this is a new deck that you can try out in your competitive play. Please like, subscribe, and let me know what you think about this video down below. We'll be back very, very soon with more Pokemon TCG content. But until then, catch ya.